stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing, don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that will run from me. Now it's sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing, don't shout, but it still got hope.
Hello and good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Hello. Somebody here? Anyone? Kinda like I'm just here to just update you on what is just happening and what we expect from this. Maybe a small setup from this. And then we can just proceed. It's really amazing. Now, quick one. Now, yesterday was really interesting because there are a lot of things that actually happened yesterday, and that is some breaking news. Because anytime we have some breaking news, it can actually go. There are a lot of things that can actually change if you don't follow that. That's why we normally put the stop loss, because this era we all need actually to be watching like a blue bag. You need to be subscribed to the news, such that when this kind of things happens, then at least you are aware of what is happening, so that you can take precautions, you can take measures when that happens. Okay. Now, yesterday we had a very good analysis. And the area where we have been talking about is the market was actually to break this area here. That's why we are not talking about the upward move. We were not actually on the upside move. We were not on that. Yeah, but the only thing that actually happened, because I think I had a small sell and my stop loss was at 50, is this swap that actually happened across this area here. But let's talk about this, because you see the market actually went all the way to 44.50. Remember, now our crossing area was actually around this area here. So where we saying the market is actually going to be moving down, I was actually expecting the market to come all the way to 44.20. That is what I was saying, that anytime, because of implied volatility, how the market actually was actually happening towards the downside, there is high likelihood the market is actually going to move slightly down and then come back a bit faster. That is what actually happened, although we did not hit all the way down because there was some news behind and across the path, and that's why you see the market actually did not touch the area that actually been talking about. Now there are a lot of things that pattern that have already changed from this market. If you look on this, I want to move to the highest time frame so that you can see what we have, and now we are going to proceed with that. Let's see on the highest time frame what we have. And kindly, if you're joining this, make sure that you like that right now. Like right now, like right now. I'll be showing you which entry I'm going to be having here. Right now, I'm going to be showing you the entry that we're going to have right here. Now, I'm going to be moving because I want to remove everything and just move back to everything like zero. Yeah, yes, yesterday that was not really banned. It was not really banned. If you can just take it from our analysis, I think it was really good. Some news just came in, and one of it was actually, remember, we have been dealing with the buyback of the market, and also there's some report that came in yesterday about what has actually been happening. So there are a lot of things. I don't want to update you more of that, but we'll be talking about that after the analysis, because I see the way the market is currently seated right now. We need to talk about this very quickly. I need to move to the daily time frame because there's something I really need to understand. I need to see the market in a larger scale. This is the market in the larger scale. So if you are talking about this gap, this is actually not a gap that has actually been created here. This is not it. This is not it. You remember yesterday when we were talking about selling from 45, 25, 26, around that area there, although the market came in and I went all through that, but my stop loss was actually around $25 up. All right. You remember what we said about where you see high implied volatility, then you need to be very careful about those areas. That is what normally happens. Look at that. We end a sell around 45, 25 is located here. So the market only went to around 39 and came back all the way through this to fill this gap around this area here, which is actually 44.15. And that was big. Look at that. That was big. That was actually yesterday. The market moved all the way to 09, I think, not 50. From here all the way to, I think, around this zone here. This is actually what. Let's move to, first of all, let's move to 4-hour time frame. We'll see that clearly. We'll see that clearly. This is 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so our buying zone, remember, was around here. The market has decided to move all the way back. We end so our sell was not actually that bad, because if you really move to the analysis that we did, the market actually had moved slightly good, at least I think to 0911 right there, before the market continued to move up. That was not really bad at all. But there's something I want to acquire here on the daily time frame. But what I mean here is that this gap has already been filled here. So this market actually might not be coming back to this zone anytime. So we need maybe this candle to close. We see where the candle is going to be closing, probably at the end of the day, or maybe a reversal. But with this is already done. So this can actually give the index market a chance to even continue moving up, or maybe we can continue creating another high, not all-time high, because already gold has its own all-time high at 5,000 there. Yeah, but I think this is the time now where the gold is now is going to reclaim maybe another big move, like maybe where we are, like highest time frame where we were before this. I think that is the place where gold is going to be moving to. You can see this sharp reversal that actually happened around then. What is actually happening in the gold side? So this big move, while the gold has actually been moving, this is another bigger reversal of what is actually happening. But on the highest time frame, you can actually look at this. It's just very simple on what actually happened here at the accumulation phase. This is an accumulation before the market broke out and start moving all the way up. The only area that we are waiting to see where the market could actually be coming to is this area here. Now the next phase of where we can actually be receiving some small rejections, I'm waiting to see, is actually this area here, which is located around 4080. I'm going to be showing you what we have around that area there. So which is 40 is around 40, but 40 is actually around 40, 45 85, around 45.85. That is what I want us to look at, 45.85. And let's see whether we can, what we have around that area there. But this time, in case maybe you're going to see gold moving towards downside, I think, let me tell you one thing. This is really very important. If you look at crypto, if you look at Bitcoin, it has actually come all the way from 60. This is an investment advisor is actually going to be giving you. So you need to be very careful on what is actually going to be happening. This is the time. Don't miss out the big move that is coming up. Don't miss this big move that is going to come up. One of this big move is this, that gold is actually going to be hitting a new high. So you see Bitcoin, most of us, the month of September, around September, November, that is the area, that is the zone, that is the time where we normally receive Bitcoin actually creating even more highs. There is an opportunity that happens towards the Bitcoin at that time. And I think that is the same thing I'm anticipating this time to happen with Bitcoin. That is the same thing I'm waiting to see from the Bitcoin side. I'm opening some data here so that we can see what we're going to be having. I want to see a proof of let me open something here interesting. Okay. Is that doji a continuation bullish on the block? I will not say it's a doji, because when you talk about these types of doji, I know you are talking about the hammer. This actually should be, the name is hammer, but it's normally formed at the bottom of the trend. That is actually to signal the reversal. All right, that is to signal the reversal. But it's just one thing that we are actually hearing from this. One thing that you can actually notice from this is one, that this market, the market here is actually so much bullish. And if you actually check also from the meter here, you can see this one. Look at that, look at this. We have a very big strong buy from more of indicators. We have technically in terms of, let's see, in terms of technicals, I think the market is a very strong bullish now. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Like we're in a very much big bullish momentum right now. So on oscillators and summary, so I think this is really very important on the moving average. So you can see we have neutrals and buys are actually many, so zero sales right now. So even if the market is approaching that zone, I think considering buying selling from now is actually going to be something. It's actually throwing yourself into a moving is a moving a high speed moving vehicle, right? You'll be high giant. All right, so this is how the market is moving. The only thing that is going to be happening here in this market is just a small retracement, and you cannot trend when the market is just retracing back. Is only you can just trade towards the market. You only need to trade towards the market. So the market is on a very strong bullish now, and I know right now the buyers are very greedy in this market. Buyers are very greedy. Buyers are very, very, very greedy in this market. So anytime we are going to see a small reversal happening in this market, anything that is going to be happening to this market, what is going to be happening is that traders are actually going to be taking advantage of that. And I'm going to be showing you the area where you need to focus. All right, and one of it is being the area that I've highlighted, and I'm saying is around 80. Let's say before we touch 4,600, and that is going to be 45.85 to 95, around that area there. That is where we might be experiencing a small reversal before the market continues. All right, that is the area I'm waiting to see. So we are going to see technically on what we have. This is daily time frame. Let's see what's up and about. Yeah, the market is strong bullish on all time frames. All time frame, the market is in a very strong bullish momentum. So we can actually be looking for buys when the market actually tries to move back, but across 45.85, I think we might be. Let's go back to the chart and see around this area here. You see at this zone here, I think we might be receiving some. The market actually might be testing this area here before we just continue to move up. So that is the area, that is a zone, this zone that we have here. So it's from this area here, from 85. So I'm going to give it from 80. Let me see whether I have 4,600. We have 75. Yes, that is the zone where the market is right now. So maybe we are going to receive a small rejections before the market continues to move up where the market is right now. So let me do this. Let me just do a very simple thing, a small thing here. Let's see. $76, but the biggest zone that I'm going to be waiting for is actually 85. So I'm going to be showing you why. 85. So this is on the daily time frame, so we are not going to be using that, but we are in a very strong move right now, and I think the next rejection we are going to be receiving it around 40, let's say 85 to 90. What we're going to be having 85 to $15, that is 4,600. So I don't think we need that small rejection there. And where is the market going to be moving to after that? That is what I want us to look at. But this is so sharp. The market is very sharp here. The market is very sharp. Let me check something else. 85. So let's wait for 85. One moment. Let me wait for 85.
flex, but I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've Good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But
what do we touch? We did the Haiti 80. So let's see what we have. So we are going to explore more on candlesticks, and I think today we might be moving so fast. This is 82. I'm waiting for more of that. So 85. Once we touch 85, I'm going to have, let me see again. I was exploring this data here on futures market. Good to say hello. Carlos, hello. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain.
So if this market comes to this position here, we are going to have a small entry. Let's say this area here. We need to be very quick, but remember one thing, that gold is actually going to be hitting before next, I think next month we'd actually be hitting a new time high. Before the end of the year, gold has actually to find a new time high, what I've actually been getting. So you need to be very sharp. You need to be very sharp on this. Gold is actually going to be hitting a new time high, and I think this sharpness is only going to be heading on all-time high. That is what we are going to be getting. So anytime you see gold is going to be moving, I think that is the same thing that we see happening. Anytime the market is moving slightly back a little bit, you see so many traders are actually getting in, and that is what is going to be happening long term from now. Like, that is what is going to be happening from now, where traders, when they see the market moving slightly back, they are in. So there's going to be more of buy opportunities right now, although around 44,600 is a higher risk, because if you look at what is actually going to be happening around that area there today, again there is high risk, and I think the market is actually going to be struggling again to move past that. So I'm going to be waiting. What I can see here is now 46. Let's see, I was waiting for 85 because I think there is going to be something at 85, then 46, 85 then 46. Those two areas, I just need these two as more rejection that will be happening across that area, and then the next is going to be the next is going to be 46.50 all the way up. Yeah, but I think that will be very hard for the market to touch that. But in case we get there, then of course things will be crazy. But right now I'm talking about 85, 80, 85, 85, mostly 85, 85. I just need two entries. We are going to be investing in the gold long term, but before that, as I'm looking on this, I need to look at something else here, which is let's see of Nasdaq, how it's just performing right now. I'm on long for the Nasdaq. I bought US30. I bought US30 below 50, below 53. I bought a Nasdaq, I think Nasdaq at 40. Right now Nasdaq is at 29. Yesterday we hit almost 29. Yeah. What is US30? Yep. Now, if you are going in terms of investment, I think US30 is going to be of a big opportunity for you right now. A big opportunity is going to be moving to, let's say, 53 right now before maybe it proceeds to move down. But long term, I think we are good. We are good to go. There is no way. There is no day. Let me tell you, Nasdaq US30 will always keep moving up. So we need to create high. And trust me, Nasdaq has to create a new high before the end of the year. It has to do that. But if you look at that retracement that has actually happened on the US30, it's really magical. And I think we're in a very right way to actually even buy right now. So make sure that you actually put your buys on the US30, and I'm going to hand a new position here, and I'm going to left it to just run continuously as we keep looking on the gold. So I'm going to keep the US30 running. So I'm going to buy US30, and that is an investment part of it. I'm going to be closing around 54. Yeah, so that is it. So don't miss out US30. This is the time. Buy US30 and hold. Buy US30 and hold. US30 hold all the way to the next week. Today is on Friday, so you need to be very careful. Market normally moves at the end of it. You need to balance between the start and the end of the week. We need to balance things out. The baddest and you need where okay, we are going to be looking at that. But first of all, I need to check if the price is going to be reacting to around 4,645.85. Those are two areas I think we are going to receive a rejection. But remember there are two things here I need you to understand. Two things I need you to understand. Right now, gold is on a big move. It's like gold is buying so much. Like the gold is buying too much. Like we are in the strong bullish momentum right now. So the only thing that you're gonna actually do is the best entries. Do you know what are best entries? That's why there are some people who are planning to sell from yesterday. That's all. If the market could have actually moved to our area yesterday, today we would have reaped a lot. But it's just moved slightly. We were almost there, but market did not hit our buy zone. It's okay. We missed that, but remember, that's why I was emphasizing on buying. Buy when the market moves down, buy. And that's why you see so many traders, when they see gold moving slightly down, they're jumping in to buy. So there are so many buyers in this market, so you need to be very careful on that. So if gold is actually going to be achieving a result, let's say it goes back all the way to 45.50, you're going to see so many buyers actually jumping in, boom, and the market reverses so fast. But around 85 to 4,600, we're going to receive a rejection. Maybe the market is going to move back to 45 before the end of the day, unless maybe there is some breaking news that we might be getting on the way of what can actually happen. But around this zone here, this is what I expect. Maybe I expect some magic here. That is what I have. I have a lot of volumes, activity taking place here in the futures market. Inside this zone, I expect this market at least to move back. And remember, yes, you can sell from that. I'm advocating for that. Yes, we can sell from that zone. But the best entry, I don't know whether you understand this, the best entry is to buy where the market is moving direction. This is what happens to when the market is actually moving. You remember, if the market is moving up like this, let me bring this here. Okay, you can't see it. All right, now look at this. This is what I'm talking about. All right, yes, I know we are on sales, you're going to sell, but remember the most important thing. That's why we were buying from, I was I was very serious when I was saying that the signal, that the one that is more violent is actually the one for buys. Someone called me and wanting to sell. I told him, you know what? No, you can't sell, yeah. Even if the market move down, we cannot. So if the market is bullish, like this, if the market is bullish like this, remember this. This is just a small retracement. Moves up, moves down, moves up, like that. So look at that. If someone is going to be selling from here all the way to this place, that person has a lot of disadvantage. You have a lot of disadvantages. Yes, that is very sharp. But at the end of the day, you might actually be hitting stop loss or maybe blowing your account. Right? That is not a good signal. That is not something good. Yeah, like the one that you're going to enter here, it's a risk trend. I'm telling you that for free. But when the market actually moves back after short selling from the top and the market moves down, that is the best signal ever. All right, why? Because if you sell from this area here, the market can actually fail to even complete. Not all gaps has actually been filled. Not all gaps get filled. Remember, we can have aggression of the buyers, and the market slightly moves down like this and continues to move up. There are a lot of things that you need to learn about that. But what about a guy who waits for the market to come, for example, to this area here? And once you wait for the market to come to this region, then you buy. It's like buying from this area here. Look at that. The market moves down. Even if it comes back again, you can add more positions and then keep moving with it. That is what is going to happen to the gold. So right now, gold is going to be hitting new all-time high. Trust me, gold is going to move to 6,000. 6,000 going to be hitting 6,000 before maybe the end of the year. So what advantage are you going to be taking from this? If the market moves down, then you find a best entry, and the market maybe keeps moving up. Once it is start moving slightly down, then you take another advantage of buying as the market moves all the way up. All right, so that is what we have. Right now we are talking about 82. You can see there's the market that is actually struggling around this area here. So I'm focusing on the center price. Actually this area here, we said 85. So 85 is around this zone that we have. Yeah, all the way to this zone. So this is the whole zone that we are going to be talking about. So once the market achieves this, then at least we are good to go. All right, on the highest time frame, that is what we have. On the highest time frame, that is what we have currently on 82, 83. I'll have a small sell as the market keeps moving up, and let's see what we have. $82, I think. Whoa, for scalpers, need to be very quick. Next is 86. Did we enter this zone? Because the market seems to have touched 84. This is 80. This is 84. This is 84. Oh. I just need 2 entries. I just need 2 entries.
the loose. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll.
Okay, I said I'm going to be buying US 30, so let me look for US 30.
All day, sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone
I think you. Oh.
I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a
Yes, that has already crossed 53. Yeah, 53. We've already crossed 53. Nasdaq is trending at 300, so I think we're going to be moving to 30. I think we might be moving to 40,000. 40,000. We hit 30, maybe 32, that one. 385. That's very okay. Now, because now this 25 here, the market did not sell from it so big, so I'm going to be waiting for the next one. That is what I do. I think now we did not get a sharp. Remember, the change actually has to be very fast. So if you get something delayed, just know maybe that is not really going to be working well. That is not going to work well at all. So let's move to the next one. But of course, I'm going to have a small sell around that area. Going to be small one. So USD is on. I'm going to be holding it throughout the next week, all the way the next week. Going to be leaving it next week. USD to run all the way to 54, 55. Let's move. Let's move. So this I'm going to mark this zone here. That is $5.95 to 95 to.
Had a dream I was water just flowing through space till I landed on the record that my grandma would play.
95, $5 down and $5 up.
Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me.
It's better you miss entry than you enter at the wrong zone. So missing entry is not a problem, but the problem is once you enter at the wrong place. You end up with regrets. Huh? But if the market comes down, then of course we may actually have a small buy from this area here. You see this zone here, 69. Let me see if that market proves that. Oof. La, 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 la. 60, 50. I don't think whether we halfway is 50. Because I know some people will be buying from that, might be placing their stop loss here. I have a 0.3 lot size of USD. I'm going to be handling more of that. Let me have 0.5.
Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't.
There is an indicator that is created. I want to show you. Let's see what it tells us. There's an indicator it created. Let's see what it tells us. What do you have for us?
flex, but I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change a shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that will run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with troops. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise.
Let me remove this and it on the clean page without interfering with the current setup, so that we can see what we are getting.
Yeah, I vibe like water, I change a shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm
I want to hand it to different. Let me hand it to Ohanda. We'll be checking still on that. So this is a clean setup. I'm going to clear everything, remove all the drawings. This comprises a lot of things, so most of the time is going to confuse a lot of people. Yeah, but it just shows you the areas on where you need to focus on. I wanted to put it to combine three things, that is the volume, flip signs, yup, and V on the volume 2 times. So it's a lot of things around here. So there's also this that was showing me the entries. Let me okay, this is for sweep. Okay,
writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my
okay,
grandma talk sweet like jazz.
okay. I'm not going to show you how it works right now, but we'll come to that later. We'll come to that later on. Okay, we'll come to that later. I'm going to show you how it works. Jesus.
facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truth. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on.
So I have a small entry at 85.
Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that will run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that will run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce just noise and flex, but I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep.
Remember, the best price is actually going to be buys. That is what we are waiting for.
My chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key.
So if you have been here, you know what we mean. I've already explained the concept of what we are actually going to be doing on the gold long term. So that is what you need to understand. 85, 95, around that area there, that is the area that we need to be focusing on. Right now I'm buying on the US 30. That is what I'm going to be focusing on. This is 5 minute time frame, but remember, now we are swing traders, but we need to close our position before the end of the day. We need to do that. So currently gold is on a very big move, very bullish right now. So anytime we are going to see the market actually moving slightly down like this, I'll explain this again. So you need to be on this advantage. This one, you know how we call impassive move. So impassive move is always best than retracement. So you need to be in during the impassive move, because on the impassive move you can actually keep accumulating even more positions, right? So the position that you are taking here is not the signal is actually, you need to be very careful on it. So don't push yourself so much, such that when this market comes down, that is when you're going to have bigger entry, clean entry. That's why even yesterday we wanted to have a very good buy all the way from downside there. That is what we wanted to have. So make sure that you are very careful on that. If I move to 1 hour time frame, then that is the time you're going to see that this is not a big thing. This line here, this is not big. This is not big. The sharpness, something like that. So we're still in the region where I'm actually waiting to see if the market shorting a little bit. Then once the market actually moves down, then we are actually going to be selling. So what is going to be happening in this market is actually going to accelerate fast. Then after that acceleration, we can actually try and short, but more advantage is actually going to be downside once this market move down, more so on 45, 25, those zones. Then we are going to short long term. We are going to go long, and it's going to be long term. 2 ones.
Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. Water grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that would run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. Water grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that would run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still.
Let's reduce some of this entry. For example, I'm going to be reducing this negative here because, you know, oof, yeah. But remember, we are still going to be holding US30 all the way up. US30, we're going to be holding it all the way up, so we are not going to back on that. US30, so this gap has actually been filled up, and I was expecting this. I'm expecting a formation of a chart where the market is actually going to be moving past this. Remember, don't trade above 50.05. 46.05 is really going to be dangerous. 46.05, avoid that. 46.05, avoid that. 46.05, 46.05, point that. So once the market feels this, I think it is going to try and come back to 4,600, and I was expecting at least this to happen fast. So that means, of course, if this does not happen fast, that means, of course, we end so many people who are actually trading on this. Like, we have very strong buyers. As I was saying, we have strong buyers in this market. That's why we see this happening. So I was expecting 40. That's what I was talking about. 45, 95, 45, 4600. Those area, 4600. Those areas. So still be careful on that, because I think right now, like candle. So what I'm going to do, let me just close a half of this, and once the market start moving up again, once the market moves up like this, then we'll see whether we can have another entry. Yeah, but I'm expecting a range. You see that area? I'm expecting a range, the market range in that box, and then at least we move down. You see, at least we move to 45.60. At least to 45.60. There's something I forgot to check. How is the RSI formation? Because if the RSI is 85, maybe we can move down. Although I don't use it so much, but at least it can give us some clues. No way. This is not helping at all. This is not helping at all. But look at that. Look at that big move. 46. I think we might actually be dropping even more. So, but yeah. So let's just wait and see. Coming up with the sales in this market that is like this, the suicide is actually, you need to be you need to have a confidence, big confidence. big confidence in this market. You need to have bigger confidence. For example, I look at how it's going to maybe to touch that box and try and move up again. Just look at that. Maybe around that area 85. Just look at that. Even if you actually, we are back to the entry. I think I could have left it to run because that was a first entry, 85. And once we achieve 85, there's a likelihood the market is actually going to move back again because there's still a volume around that area there. So I'm gonna close that as well because I think the market is going to be moving back again 20. Yeah, that for 85. Let me see how the price is going to react again around that zone. So those are 285. So remember our sales was 46.95 around that area. So even if you sold around 45.95, right now we are talking about 85. That's some points, eh? Yeah. But if this market is going to be moving to 45.50, we are going to have a very big entry. So you see the position that I'm running right now is US30. US30 is running right now, and I'm going to be leaving it to move until next week. The only thing that is going to have a problem, with is spreads. But at least the broker I'm using is I'm going to be exempted of spreads for quite a while, until then. So this is 85 I'm talking about. So you're going to see the market trying to jump up again. 45. You see, I've closed 85. Right now it is 87 because there is something at 85. So it's either we could have received the market rejection from 85, or after the market has penetrated and moved all the way up, then of course around this area 85 again the market is touching it and it's going to move up like that. So let's keep observing how the market is going to behave around that area again. But this region here, I think we might actually be the market. I hope it create a range, yeah, and distribution around this area here. Then we break towards downside. That is going to give us a million opportunity that the market is actually going to be selling for a while. So to buy, so that you can get a buy from downside. So 85 is very critical. So I don't know whether the market is going to break 45.85. I don't know whether it's going to break that. 45.85 is going to be banned. 45.85. 45.85 is really going to be amazing. So let's all see what is going to be happening. 45.85. Right now 45.86. So those are some sales that we have taken. I think we're in profit. We are still in profit. 85, that is 85. 85, 84. For the reverse of that candle, let me show you.
Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that would run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe.
Be very careful around that area there. So let's see whether we're going to break 85 and but I'm still expecting to see the breakout persisting all the way down. Now if you're asking me if the market actually moves down the area that you're going to be buying from, and I think let's see, let's move now to 1 hour time frame.
Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that would run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops.
Yeah, but first we need to feel this. The market need, there's something I told you about yesterday. So the market has to feel the immediate move first. So around 70 first. I think we might be ending to 70s, around 70. Then the market maybe proceeds to move up. Don't worry about the rest, unless maybe we are going to be getting some sales, or maybe some people taking profit from those areas. Otherwise, I think this is the next move. So if the market touches this, it's going to again have a small buy from there and see how things unfold. But let's wait first of all the market to come to that area. Yes. So this came from this zone here, and this has already been touched. So this here. Okay, now that is what we're talking about. So once the market touches this, you might be getting a small bounce. Something like that.
In the loops, got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day, sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain.
Sorry, my microphone was muted. Okay, now this is what I'm saying. If the market is making all time highs, it's very difficult now for you. All your technical analysis is not going to work, because number one, you don't have a reference of previous support, resistance, technical analysis, SCG, all those, anything to do with technical analysis, you don't have that. The only thing that you can depend on is volume, and you can use volume either DUM to know where the positions are getting in. We can use the CME to know where the positions are getting in. That's why it's really very important. right? But right now gold is not making all-time highs. There's difference between all-time highs. All-time highs it means that in lifetime the market has never reached to this area. That is the all-time high. But right now gold is not making all-time new highs, but is making high highs. Yeah, it's on bullish momentum right now, and if we have already checked on that, that is different daily, 15-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, and we have seen that this is a very big move that is happening right here. That's why I was talking about, yes, we are selling but very risky. We are selling but somehow risky because of that the market is we have aggressive buyers in this market right now. As we wait for this market, maybe we can go, let's see, let me bring another chart so that we can check different thing like a volume, how it's performing. But remember this, I said go and buy US30. Go and buy US30. Buy US30. Buy US30 and on 0.1 is okay. 0.1 is okay, but don't have $10 and you expect to make anything. Yeah, have at least minimum of 300 to 500. That is for very small traders. Yeah, and buy at least 0.1 of US30, not Nasdaq. US30. Buy US30. I see we might actually be moving big. We might actually be moving big around on the US30. I'm expecting gold actually to move to that zone before the reactions faster. So that is the area I'm going to be targeting right now. That is what I'm targeting right now. So that's what I'm waiting to see. Let me have gold on the other side. I want to show you something. Okay, let's have a different. I want to go to go charting. I want to avoid trending view. We need to look at the market to avoid staring every move the gold makes. Then it means we are just watching. That is madness. You know, the moment I'm going to teach you a lot of things as we're watching this. So the reason most people eat the stop loss is because you're always watching. You're always watching. The moment market makes one candle like this, you're watching. You fear. You're fearing. That's your ear. You understand? You close and you are right. You are very right, but too much attention. You're not the one who moves the market. You're not the one who moves the market. So why are you watching candles all the time? Close and go and do other things. Keep yourself busy. You trust your setup, go. Just leave the market alone. Don't just keep staring at the market 24/7. You're just watching. You make mistakes because the market will emotionally drain you and you end up doing the mistakes. You are very right. Your analysis is always correct. But the problem is you giving the market so much attention, you end up doing the mistakes. Makosha. Okay.
Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I
Are we not going to move down?
got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean.
We need to move below that. We need bigger candlesticks to take us to that positions.
Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. What a healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What a grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with troops. Ain't no answers inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought runs free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and the thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift, but the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no inches in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. I've been good, I've been gone, I've been lost in the loops. Got a hoodie and some headphones, walking with truths. Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Why the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back.
Did you buy the US30? Have you bought the US30? Have you bought the US30? It's currently below 5300, 53,000. It's below 53. It's below 53,000, so around 52,900. I'm in. I'm in. So that's the region that we're going to be waiting for as we just wait for this market now. That the area we've already made some quite some good amount from that. 4560. This is the area I'm waiting to see the market coming to. 4560. 45. Let me see. I think some position had actually been positioned. there is some development here. That is according to the data technical analysis 60, yeah, around this area here. So we might actually be getting another market actually coming to this area here before we move up. So we'll still wait for that area. As I said, this region that you see here, the market actually might be ranging from here before we proceed to move down. That is very valid, and that's something that can happen anytime. That's something that can happen anytime, so you need to be keen on that, prepare for those zones. Yeah. So every time I'm live streaming, few minutes after that, the market always moves to our directions like crazy. Don't know, but that is what normally happens. Like right now, I know the market is actually going to be moving towards that area, but you can actually be preparing yourself either to buy or sell once the market actually approaches this area there. That is what I wanted to just update you. So don't miss out those areas. So if the market comes to that area, keeps observing, draw lines, and then I'll see you again on Monday. Not on Monday, anytime. I'm going to close this, but I'm going to be coming back again so that we can just discuss of what is actually going to be happening here. Yep.
Ain't no answers in the feed, just noise and flex. But I found God once in a vinyl set. Talk slow when I speak, let the moment stretch. Learn peace ain't found, it's a thing you protect. Yeah, I vibe like water, I change and shift. But the roots still deep like my grandma's grits. City move fast, but I drift like smoke. Let the rhythm in my chest be the way I cope. Wrote a song for the days that feel soft and broke. Where the healing don't shout, but it still got hope. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Writing in the margins of my mind all day. Sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space. Till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a